So today I'm just basically going to answer some questions I was asked at a private party I got invited to. Um, and we're just basically going to see how this goes. Some of them are kind of personal to a point, and some of them are kind of fun, I guess I would say. I think they're fun. Maybe you won't. Um, and mostly I'm just doing this for fun and entertainment value for myself. Anyway, uh, question one is, what is that scar from? So this is in reference, and I don't know if it really is showing up today because it kind of blends in with the way my skin kind of flexes here, and the just skin tone here because it didn't go real deep. Uh, but there is a scar somewhere around here, and I can't even see it. Uh, but I've got a scar that goes from here and ends somewhere in here. I don't know if I can get. Nope. But to answer that question, how I got it is from a fight, is to put it simply and tamely without going into a whole lot of details of how, why it happened. But it's basically from a pretty bad fight. How many fights have I been in? This was the same person. And how many I have been in, I am not entirely sure the exact number of fights I've been in. I unfortunately was not a. I was a pretty angry kid. The last time I think there was any track, the person I hung out a lot with said 35. 30 or 35. And I'm not proud of those days, to be honest with you. There's no reason to be fighting pointlessly. And those were just regular fights. If we're talking about the ones where I have actually felt like I was in danger, those situations I have been in a total of 7. Yeah, 7, which is how I've got some of the scars on my face, and I've got one, it's either on my left shoulder or my right shoulder. I always forget. And I've got a few more around my chest and my stomach area. So, question 3. What do you do in your free time? I do whatever I pretty much feel at the time, and that can range from anything to making crafts or doing weird crafts or writing. I do play a lot of video games and stuff like that. A lot of my time gets spent anymore watching YouTube videos or watching Netflix and playing with my dogs, who have been annoying today. Do I think I'm pretty? This is number 4, and honestly, no, I do not. I personally don't think I'm pretty, and that's due to a lot of insecurity that was instilled in me from other people. And I'm still working through a lot of that, trying to get to a better place. And God, my hair looks so greasy. Sorry, squirrel brain. But no, I really don't think I'm that pretty. Number 5, and I get asked this a lot to the point it's kind of annoying. Why don't you feminize your voice? So, one of the fights I have been in when I was a kid, I got hit in the throat with a lead pipe that some contractors left laying around. Um, and I got hit hard enough where it caused me to lose my voice for the better of like 2.5 weeks back when I was 8 years old. And I didn't realize at the time lack of treatment can essentially add into long term effects in life. So when I went to try to take voice lessons and whatnot, I don't know how to explain it other than the pitch I hit caused my vocal cords to vibrate a certain way that it caused me again to lose my voice. This time, unfortunately, though, it was 3 weeks that I could not speak. And it actually hurt to eat anything or drink anything. And I went to the hospital immediately this time, got checked out. And I had to write everything down, all the questions they were asking me. Some of the people from the class went with me, just explained what happened, how it happened. They were actually really cool and helped with the bills too. I don't think they're in business in Colorado anymore, unfortunately. But basically, after talking to the doctor and whatnot, I was told I need to be a little bit careful because with what was happening, I basically they gave me a percentage and I can't remember, but I run a pretty good risk of permanently losing my voice if I hit the wrong tones or I do certain noises and pitches and whatnot too frequently because of the strain it puts on me, on my vocal cords. And there's reason two to this question. I don't feel I owe anybody any hyper femininity. I am who I am. You can pretty much take it or leave it. I'm not going to feel pressured to sound and be a certain way just because you think you're owed something. And I don't mean that to anybody who's really watching. This is more towards other people that I have encountered. But yeah, I don't owe anybody any hyper femininity. I will sound how I decide I sound. Moving on. Question 6. Do you think you will ever have any new friends? So, some context here. We got into some pretty hefty discussion. I got into a pretty hefty discussion with somebody at the party. They were a little drunk, a little high, which I do not advise. And no, I personally don't. A lot of the people in my life that I was really close to, we decided to kind of split mutually because anytime we got around each other, when stuff would go down, we basically fed off each other. And the way I put it personally, is we become really toxic to what's around us. And we generally stay pretty irritated and whatnot rather a long and unnecessary amount of time. And we are just trying to basically live more peaceful lives than the nonsensical fighting when we were kids. But no, I really don't think I'll have any new friends, mostly due to my own personal problems. I would like some, but I don't know if at this point in time anybody could put up with me or would actually be there for me. But that is just personal opinion. I could very well be wrong. in which case I would honestly be pretty stoked. Uh, what is your biggest pet peeve and how does it make you feel? So, this goes into some of the stuff I've encountered in my personal life, family, some of the people who have said they're my friends. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people ask me what's wrong and then immediately turn around and tell me they don't have time for my drama. You're the one that asked. Don't ask me questions you don't want an answer to. And as for how it makes me feel, this is probably going to hurt my throat a little bit, but that is how it makes me feel. It makes me feel crazy and honestly kind of angry. Next question. We're on number 8. If you could spend the day with any basically celebrity, movie star, YouTuber is how they rounded it off. See, I don't have any celebrities that I would really like to hang out with or anything, or spend a day with. There's some that seem cool, but a lot of that just, I don't know. And now, YouTubers, I can get kind of into. I would honestly, I think it would be kind of cool to hang out with the boys and the girls on YouTube. It would be neat to kind of get to know them as individuals instead of just how they are on camera. I don't know if there's really any difference between them because they seem like they're, pretty much them. And I think that's pretty cool if that's the case. But I think it would be cool to spend the day with the boys and the girls, just getting to know them as individuals, much rather than content creators. This was actually asked from the person who is hosting the party because of difficulties I'm having at work. She asked me, would I ever make YouTube videos for money? If I thought I would be any good at it, maybe. But there's a lot of problems with trying to do that. Sorry, I gotta take the drink. I don't have internet. Everything I do is done from my phone. And 2, I don't think I really have the confidence for it. Mostly these videos I do for fun and just because why not? You know what I mean? I guess in a way if I had a good person to kind of guide me on my way and could kind of teach me the ropes and stuff, I'd probably give it a try, see if it's, for me. But given my current circumstances and whatnot, right at this point in time, it's kind of a yes-no ordeal, but mostly a no. If you could move anywhere, where would you go? Honestly, I would go back to Texas. It's excuse me. It's the last place I was actually, why am I so belchy? it's the last place I was actually legitimately happy. I mean, I loved Texas. I had a lot of great experiences there. It was nothing like people say it is. And my personal experience, maybe others have had worse experiences, in which case I respect those experiences. But for me, Texas was an amazing place. I would definitely love to move back there. Uh, I loved the dry heat. I hate Illinois, especially in wintertime. But yeah, I would probably honestly just move back to Texas and maybe start over. I think that would be a cool thing to do. But obviously, I would try to do it safely. Number 11, what's your favorite food? I love pizza. It's the one thing I cannot give up since I grew into being lactose intolerant. I love pizza. There's so many different combinations you can do. You can do like taco pizza. You can do ham and mushrooms. You can do a supreme pizza. Uh, you can just do so much with pizza and make it different each time. Uh, but yeah. Oh, or tacos. I, it's a tie between pizza and tacos. I love tacos too. Favorite game, number 12. I would have to say the Mass Effect series as a whole is my favorite. Um, I just really enjoyed the series. I enjoyed the story, the characters, um, the gameplay. Personally, I just really enjoy it. Uh, so number 13, uh, favorite thing you watch. I kind of more or less covered this earlier, but honestly, I love watching the boys and the girls on YouTube. Um, their content's really funny and enjoyable to me. Uh, I could see how maybe it's not for everybody, but me personally, I love it. I love their content, even their individual channels, and that their content has honestly helped cheer me up in rougher times that I am slash was going through. English is hard. But yeah, that's probably my favorite thing to watch. Uh, the last question: what is a dream you hope to achieve? I don't have any real dreams. I chose this question mostly again. I hope I said it at the beginning of the video. This is one of the more tame questions I was asked at this party. That was not creepy slash had a vulgar answer to it. I don't really have any dreams I want to achieve. I mean, I'm there's nothing I really desire to go for. I guess if I really had to pick anything, it would be cool, like in if I would turn out to be wrong, like in question number 6. If I found some good friends that cared about me, were there for me, supported me, or if maybe I found a new adoptive family, because a lot of the people I hung out with when I was a kid, we were more like family. The 73 of us? There was around 70-ish of us all together. and we looked out for each other. I would like to have something like that again. But I would honestly just settle for really good friends and go from there. But so that's basically the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, cool. Again, I just do this really for fun and more for myself than I do anything else. But anyway, hope everybody has a great day. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.